Hey, welcome back. It's Mickey Mikeworth, and thank you for being on this journey with me. Today, I'm going to talk about crutches. And when we are talking about prosperity mindset, one of the things that comes up is the stronger you get, the more reliant you are on your skills, the more you will notice the crutches that you have been using, that you have been abusing, that you have been utilizing or ignoring. So crutches are interesting because we all have them and we all have many more than you think. So today the assignment is to write down just a list of what are the crutches. I've had my list here. Um, so anyway, yes. So I started a list right here on the crutches that I no longer need. And that's really the question today for yourself is what are the crutches that you no longer need? And by just organizing your thoughts around the fact that you have some crutches and the crutches that you have, you've outgrown. And when we look at that, for me, that was caffeine, that was soda pop, that was waiting till later, that I had a lot of other things that I just went, you know, I'm drinking that because I want to stay awake or I'm drinking coffee because I need that to wake me up. That's a crutch. That when you think you need something else to manage you, you might not actually need it. So I'm not to say that you don't need support or that you don't need to really understand the things that give you your base. That there are a lot of things that we do that are the linchpins of our life. That those are the things that keep us strong and healthy. That it's just it's why you want to complete your sleep cycle and not have it interrupted because that right there is this linchpin that when it unwinds, you're just kind of off for the whole day when you get abruptly awoke, especially if you're in a sleep state, right? You just sort of feel wiggly all day. Like it's hard to get reset. So when you're looking for a crutch, some of you are using lots of things as crutches. So when you think about that, you want to think about a crutch as something that you're dependent on in an unhealthy way. So a crutch is something that you are dependent on and it has become dependent in an unhealthy way. And it doesn't just mean that when I think about crutches, a lot of people go to emotional crutches and they really kind of go down this wormhole um, of just bad things that emotional crutches are and people that are dependent and kind of emotional dumpsters. We don't want to go there. What I'm really looking at is these everyday choices because that's where prosperity is, right? It's in the everyday choices that you make. And in those everyday choices, I'm saying, hey, you're going to get some strength training if you look at your crutches because the more crutches you add, the more it makes you make these decisions and they start to constantly lean you towards a place of needing help. And we're going to strength train to say, I feel strong enough to do that myself. I may not need that support today. I think I'm feeling strong to be able to do the things that I have. I'm feeling very anchored today. I I'm feeling that I have the support I need to be able to move forward in these areas. So when you're thinking about crutches that you no longer need, I would start that list and don't stop till you have at least 10 because most people have about 50. So when you're looking at those crutches, you're just looking at the ones that you really notice. For me, I had tried to give up caffeine many, many times and I couldn't. And it just, one day I figured out a new way. But I had to have the will, I had to have the want, I had to have the agency. I had to feel strong enough in my regular life to feel that I could lean into something. So the first part for you is that when you're looking at crutches, look at it at a time that you feel strong, that you feel that you have a good backbone, a good strength, a good stamina to kind of look in. And when we think about that, I think about crutches that people do a lot around decision making and moving forward would be rationalizing, it would be philosophizing, it would be lying. It would be things that we do to kind of pick apart. So sometimes we really put people down or put things down. Judgment is often a crutch that we use to try to feel bigger or better about ourselves. A lot of times we're using crutches because we actually need more love in our life, that we need more support for ourselves in our life, especially high achievers. High achievers don't ask for love. If you've ever had a dog or a cat or a pet that can't wait for you to get home, they are coming in right away to go, "Oh, I've missed you loving me all day. I've missed having you love me all day." And sometimes I will say to people, "I'm going to come over and hug you because I haven't hugged you enough." Right? I haven't hugged you enough. And yes, I'm getting that feedback. I'm getting something from them and they're getting something from me. But it is that we don't ask for love enough and we don't ask for that support from our network enough. So start looking at the things that you have a reliance on or a dependence on or something that feels that you are dependent on in an unhealthy way. And then we're going to do the strength training of really focusing in on the things that do give you strength and being really loud about those, about really saying, "Hey, I need more support to do these 5 or 10 things." And really looking for that influence in your life, really looking for that pick me up. The minute that you start to see yourself working without that crutch, there's a little pick me up. There's a little proudness to go, "Oh man, and for me, it's that I've been a year and a half off of caffeine. I had caffeine the other day and I went, "Oh gosh, I feel blurry." It was tough. It was hard. It was harder to concentrate than normal, right? So when you start to look at the crutches, when you go back to try them again, you go, "Oh, that's not really where I want it to be." So think about your crutches and what you are using an emotional crutch for. And when you're looking at that, start that list. You want at least 10 things and start thinking about the strength training that you'd rather have. And that strength training and prosperity mindset is to really use all of your energy towards the things that actually help you grow, that you want to magnify out in the way that is beautiful for you. And that is beautiful for everyone. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being willing to do your homework today. And I am glad to see you here. Make sure you know that. I am glad to see you here. So thank you. And you'll find that your crutches are just kind of ready. They're ready. You might feel strong enough today. You might feel whimsy enough today. You might have an emotion that is worth more to you than the crutch was. All right. Have a great day. I'll see you in class.